right, it's breaking limits time again, and it's your girl Ameza back on your screen. How you all doing today? Happy Sunday. It's a wonderful day to just be grateful and feel good about being alive. Every day is a gift. We should not never take it for granted. So, oh my goodness, today's another day, and wasn't last week just wonderful? Gracefully EUT. Oteme, how are you? I'm sending love to you. I'm waving to you. Thank you for coming in. Wow, this is nice. That's my sister right there. Boye Richards, thank you for coming. Hello, Gracefully. I'm so glad you're able to join us today. Today is oh my God. There's a letter I'm actually going to be reading, and that's because it touched me. It touched me. Again, I can't do all letters or all emails, but this one I picked, and hopefully you guys can help me. My co-host, Esther Yemere, my darling, how are you? Oyema Jane, thank you for coming. Gracefully, I'm so excited. All those your recipes. Actually, one of these days, you and I are going to talk behind the scenes. You need to come, and we're probably going to do an Insta Live thing. It's just coming to me now, where you're going to showcase those recipes, those juicing recipes. I really want to, because I've been trying some of them, and I'll let you know which one I've tried. So for those of you, I have someone here joining us today. It's Gracefully EUT. Please check out her channel on YouTube. She has delicious recipes. That would really be nice. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. So I'm just going to go right into it so we don't run out of time. So I got a letter from, her name is Jessie from Port Harcourt. I took notes. Is Irene here? The reason I'm asking for Irene, there was a comment she passed last week, and I think that's what's going on here. You're welcome, Gracefully. So let me go ahead and read this. This letter is to Auntie Ameze from Jessie in Port Harcourt, and that's in Nigeria. And she said, "Oh, thank you, OJ Special. Thank you. You're wonderful too. How are you? I'm glad you could join. Thank you. So let me read this letter. I need you all to participate. This girl needs help. I have watched with interest your Breaking Limits series, and I have to say it is empowering, and it has empowered me to speak my truth. Last week, you spoke to Miss Evelyn Obaho, and my jaw dropped. Okay. How could that have happened to her? For those of you who don't know what she's saying, I had Evelyn Obaho, a TV personality, on last week, and we talked about rape and sexual assault. Okay. And she's like, how could that have happened to her? She's talented and beautiful. And you also, Auntie, you are my idol growing up. And even now, you did not age. How could that have happened to you? Again, for those of you who don't know, I've also shared my sexual assaults on my YouTube channel, AMZ TV House. And I've also shared it here on my Instagram. So this is her story. I was a victim of sexual abuse. And it went on for long because, like you said, he told me I could never find another to love me. Thank God we didn't have any children, because every time I got pregnant, he aborted it. This went on from when I was 15 years old to when I was 25 years. What is that? Is that 10 years? I am 40 years old now, and I am single. No husband and no children. Is it my sins? I can't help but think that listening to you tells me it is not. Okay, I'm glad. But how can I change my thinking? Okay. I'm just going to be taking notes. Okay, thinking. All right. How can I change my thinking? I sometimes think I should go back to my abuser. He is in prison right now at the moment for a different crime, but he will be out soon. I try dating other people, but the sex is not the same. This is serious, people. I try dating other people, but the sex is not the same. And I do not love them like I love my abuser. Am I sick? Am I hopeless? Am I a hopeless case? Are you guys back? The screen went dark for a minute. Am I sick? Am I a hopeless case? Am I possessed? Please help me. Sometimes I think I want to end it all because I'm ashamed of my feelings. So there's a reason why I picked this letter, because this is someone who has conflicted feelings. And this usually happens to people who have been abused. And her abuse, I think 15 to 25 years. What is that? Is that 10 years? 10 years is a long time. Let me see. That's 10 years. 10 years is a long time to constantly abuse someone from when they were a teenager to when they were 25 years old. And from what, again, I'm paraphrasing from what I'm seeing here, the guy went to prison. She eventually left him, but I think it helped that he's been in prison. So, but she's thinking now that since he might be coming out, maybe she should go back to him because she can't find the kind of love she's had with him. The sex is not the same, she said. And the reason why I was asking if Iron is here is because there is a syndrome. There is a thing called Stockholm syndrome. And that's when abusers stay with abusees, those that abused, stay with their abusers because they've been brainwashed over and over and over and over again. And to make this their prey, to believe that no one can love them the way that the abuser loves them. It's all a lie. She needs help. The first thing I'm going to say is, first of all, Jessie, thank you for writing me. Thank you for trusting me so we can talk about this on Breaking Limits. And that's what we're going to do. I'm glad that so far watching Breaking Limits has empowered you to speak your truth, like you said. Let me tell you some truths. You're going to need therapy. You cannot do it on your own. You are going to need therapy. And the reason why I say this is because for a period of 10 years, you have been brainwashed. You have been told untruths. So you need to relearn the truth. Another thing I do know, because I have studied psychology, and in my profession, I have also come across people who have to deal with situations like this, abuse, not necessarily sexual, but it can be any kind of abuse, and where it's gone on to impact their lives, where it's actually paralyzed them to a point where they can't even function. And I've worked with psychiatrists before and psychologists to know. For those of you wondering how am I doing this, well, I'm in the medical healthcare profession, okay? And we have to disabuse your mind. You have to learn a behavior again. It's like teaching you, because from 15 to 25, you developed a personality by the help of this abuser who is evil. This is so evil. And the reason why I'm taking time to talk about this, because there are people out there. I didn't know someone like Jessie was listening in, but thank God for coming out and saying things like this. I had Evelyn on last week. She had talked about her rape. I have also talked about my sexual assault many years ago in the university, and I didn't know it was impacting certain people. Well, Jessie is a product of that impact. So I am grateful, because Breaking Limits was actually born out of me trying to empower women, children, and men. Because I have guys writing to me who have been abused. Last week, Patrick A.B. talked about being abused. Patrick A.B. disclosed here. This is a personal friend of mine I've known for almost 30 years. And he came out last week and talked about his abuse. So I'm just grateful to God that this platform, I'm using it to empower people, men, women, children, to say, look, whatever abuse you go through should not cripple you, should not define your life. You're actually stronger than you know. However, for some people, you need that extra outside help. Jesse gave me permission to share this letter. Thank you. Love, love, love you. I'm not seeing, I don't know if this thing has stopped again. Because sometimes the network freezes. And but I'm hoping you guys can hear me. Please, if you can, put your comments there. But I need your contribution to this. Okay. So you do need to see a psychiatrist or a psychologist. You need therapy. You need someone to help you learn to think again. Let me quickly talk about the sex. When people are raped, oh, thank you, gracefully, thank you. Now, please, guys, listen, I'm going to say something very important here. When people are being raped, thank you, guys, thank you for letting me know. Your body and your mind are two different things. Your body will still orgasm. Does that make sense? You will still come, okay? If a man is being raped, he will still produce sperm because it's a biological thing. If a girl is being raped, she will still be stimulated and she will come. That's her body. It's so different from her mind or the damage that's been done to her mind. The body is very biological and it's got its function. So any kind of stimulation, it would do what it's meant to do. It's not a reflection on you. Jesse, now I don't know if you're listening now. I know you told me you will. You just DM'd me. And I'm glad. I don't know what handle you're using, and that's fine. Please, I want to work with you. You need to understand, you have been brainwashed from the time you were 15 to the time you were 25. That's 10 years of your life. That someone hijacked your life and told you what you should feel, what you should think, what you should wear, what you should eat, and how you should feel, even sexually. Thank you, Boya Richards. Boya Richards says she's not sick and she shouldn't hate herself. She only needs to be open to help and healing. Perfect. You need to be open to healing. Be open to help. The first step is writing about this. A lot of my co-hosts are saying, you're not sick. It's not you. It's not your fault. It's not a sin. The fact that you're not married, the fact that you don't have children, you're 40 years old, it's not the end of life. Okay? People marry beyond 40 years old. You need to understand that. Everybody runs their race. I tell my students that because I also teach. And this is some of the things I tell my students. Everybody runs their race. The only person you're in competition with is yourself. And you don't even have to be so. Everybody runs their race. You run your race. I run my race. You run your race. We're all different. Okay? So not married. I know people who have been married since they were 20. They did not have kids until they were 50.